The address of this house is 1603 Twin Oaks Lane, Lane, which is important. It's a $700 a month rent-to-own home. That means we're definitely looking for somebody that wants to own it. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 13 or 1,400 square foot house. As you can see, everything in it is really close to brand new, or pretty much brand new. It's like a model home. It's what really makes it special, though, isn't the fact that it's got, everything's new. Fans, fixtures, receptacles. I mean, everything in there is pretty much new. But it's a rent-to-own, which means we work with people with bad credit. The catch is you have to want to own it. The way you own these houses is that we get you approved for a regular mortgage. We're very good at that. We've been doing it for 5 years. As long as you have a job and make money and can afford a payment like this, which a lot of people can, we can help you own a home. People don't realize that this house right now, when someone gets a mortgage on it, their mortgage payment out the door with everything, taxes, insurance, and everything, is going to be between $650 and like $725 a month. And this isn't the other thing about this house is it's in a special area where you can get a USDA loan, which means 0% down. When people buy this house, they won't pay. They will come out of pocket $0, and they'll have a $650 to $725 mortgage payment 60 days from now. So, it's pretty much a no-brainer. There's something wrong with people that don't want to own a house right now. This house would rent out for $1,000 a month, and you can own it for $700 a month with no money out of your pocket. So if you're somebody who wants to own a house, you have a job, you make money, and you can easily afford this, and it's that time in your life where it's, time to stop throwing your money away on rent, and you want to make your money mean something and go to something, fill out the form below. We can help you get a mortgage. There's all kinds of credit situations out there, and they don't scare us. I've seen 10,000 credit reports over the past 5 years. As long as you have a job and make money, you can own a house. So if that's you and you're motivated to own a house, please fill out the form below, and we'll tell you exactly where you stand and what it's going to take for you to get in this home. Okay, this is something I have everybody do, especially people who are, it's very good to be excited. Most places right now you end up paying less for a mortgage than to rent the same property. And that is something to be excited about, but that just is not the whole story. People don't realize, even, very smart, educated people really don't realize the effects of just owning something and building equity as compared to renting. And a lot of people just don't realize that renting is, they really don't add it up. They just feel like they're paying $927 a month, but over time they're just killing their financial situation. This is a government website I send people to. It's ginniemay.gov. It's got a rent burst. It's a calculator that compares. You can put your situation in here. Would I be better off buying or renting? I know most people think, I know I'm going to be better off buying, but they don't realize by how much. This is a situation that just walked in my door. We've just sold a home to them this week. They're basically paying $927 in rent, and we're comparing that to a $100,000 house. Just keep in mind, right now, with taxes, insurance, everything out the door, your payment per $100,000 right now is around $700 a month. And there are places where you can get 0% down. The most that you'll ever really have to put down is 3.5%, so $3,500. Not very far off from first and last month's rent. Regular loan. The thing that people don't realize, there are no 6 or 7% interest rates. You either get qualified for the best one or you don't get anything. Those are some new regulations that came out. So this is what we have. People that can't get approved for a loan at 4 different banks come to us. Then we can get them the same rate as if it's not like we barely get them approved for a 7% rate. Everybody gets to enjoy the same low rates, which is what is the key that makes all this worthwhile. This guy just said he's going to stay in his home for 10 years. You can play with this, make it more or less. Long story short, right now if you go to look at the home prices, they say they're going by 1.6 to 1.7% appreciation. Doesn't even matter. I just threw that in there. That's less than inflation. But when you compare this guy's financial situation over the next 10 years, how much better off is he going to be? Buying puts him $90,000 to the better, because that takes the amount of money he's saving on, the difference between paying a $927 payment and like a $700 payment, plus very small appreciation, plus the fact that you forget your mortgage payments at $700 for 30 years. It's not like rent where it keeps going up and up and up. And just paying off a little bit of the mortgage, you've got equity. So it's not like, most people just don't realize $90,000 over the next 10 years. How much money, when you go to move from one rental to another, It's not like you get paid. When you have a house and you move from one place to another, you get paid, you know. This is why people invest in homes and rent them out to people, because you're doing this for them. It's not just a little bit of money, it's a lot. How many months out of the year do you work just to pay somebody else's mortgage? And if you don't think houses are appreciating, put it at zero. It doesn't matter. I mean, you'll never know, but you just can't get ahead renting. I think everybody knows that, but when you come and play with this, you really start to realize, man, I am just